She said, I'm not a maid. Clean it yourself. After refusing to help around the house, I replied, you're right. What she came home to the next week made her regret saying it. Part 1. I, 28, male, had been living with my girlfriend, Aubrey, 26, for about 8 months. We'd been dating for 2 years total. She moved into my 2-bedroom apartment, and at first, things were great. We split rent 50-50, though the lease was still just in my name, and I thought we'd naturally split household duties too. Boy, was I wrong. The first few weeks, she helped out, did dishes, vacuumed occasionally. Then it slowly stopped. By month 3, I was doing everything: cooking, cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, and working full-time as a software developer while she worked part-time at a boutique, about 25 hours a week. I tried talking to her about it multiple times. Hey babe, could you handle the dishes tonight? I'm swamped with this project deadline. Scrolling through TikTok, she replied. I'm so tired from work. Can't you just do them? This became the pattern: always too tired, too stressed, or too busy watching reality TV. Meanwhile, I was pulling 50-hour weeks and still coming home to a sink full of dishes she created during her exhausting 6-hour shift. The breaking point came 2 weeks ago, on a Saturday morning. I'd worked the previous Friday and came home to a disaster: pizza boxes, wine bottles, and makeup all over the bathroom. Apparently, she'd had friends over. Meet Aubrey. This is ridiculous. I cleaned Thursday night. How is it this bad already? In bed at noon, she said. God, why are you being so dramatic? Because I'm tired of being the only one who cleans. We live here together. Sitting up, now angry, she said, I'm not a maid. Jason, clean it yourself if it bothers you so much. I didn't move in to be your housekeeper. I'm not asking you to be a maid. I'm asking you to be an adult who cleans up after herself. Whatever, I pay rent. That's my contribution. Cleaning is your thing, not mine. She actually went back to sleep, leaving me standing there surrounded by her mess. That's when something clicked. She was right, she wasn't a maid, and neither was I. You know what? You're absolutely right, I said. She smirked into her pillow, thinking she'd won. I started planning that afternoon. I called my buddy Derek, who'd been looking for a place. Dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm interested. When would this happen? Next weekend work? Perfect. My lease ends in 2 weeks anyway. See, Aubrey wasn't on my lease, she was technically a month-to-month guest. And my apartment is a 2-bedroom. She had taken over the 2nd bedroom as her dressing room/office where she never worked. But legally, I could rent that room to whoever I wanted. I spent the next week being the perfect boyfriend. I cleaned everything spotless and didn't mention chores once. She thought she'd won the ultimate victory and even bragged to her friends on FaceTime about how she'd trained me, right? Meanwhile, I was preparing, got boxes and took photos of every single item in the spare room that was mine: desk, bookshelf, etc. I made sure I had documentation. On Thursday, she mentioned going to visit her sister for the weekend. Aubrey, I'll be back Sunday night. Try not to mess up the apartment while I'm gone. Me? Have fun, babe. On Friday afternoon, the second she left, operation commence. Derek came over with his truck. First, we moved all my stuff out of the spare room. Then, very carefully, we packed all of Aubrey's things from that room into boxes, labeled everything, and placed them neatly in the living room: clothes, makeup, her ring light for selfies, everything.